there! Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always. What's up, Herd?
Hey, Herd.
How are you guys? You're not going to respond.
Yeah,
because
how are you? Come on,
nobody there to respond back.
You guys are being so rude. How come you won't answer us?
It's been that kind of week. I don't know why I said that.
We're tired. That's why. You've had a week from hell at work. We're just busy and it's hot in the shop I work in.
It's been like a crazy summer. It's been nuts. I'm ready for vacation.
Yeah. You're so close, dude.
I'm so close to vacation. Just 3 more weeks and I'm there. And I have another in between there super crazy week of people out of work covering.
Okay, so everybody's just going on vacation.
Yeah, it's everybody's it's just taking turns, and somehow I'm the person that covers everybody. So,
what are they gonna do when you leave?
There's 4 people taking over different things.
So there's other. Okay.
But my people that cover my stuff, it goes over to 3 people. But when other people, I just carry on.
Oh my god, dude! You're just I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it.
One person's out, I take on all their stuff. Another person's out, I take on all. Yeah, it's just weird.
Denise is amazing.
It is what it is. Whatever. But
it's just hot at my job. I mean, I work in a shop and it's not climate controlled, so it's just hot.
And if you are listening outside of Oklahoma, it's 100 degrees outside with the real feel, so it's super hot.
It's rough.
It's like Tatooine.
I pointed our heat gun, our temperature gun, at a stool the other day, and I was just like, "How hot is it in here?" It was freaking 92 degrees. And it was 11 in the morning.
Gross.
I was like, "Oh no!" I had to change before you came over here because I was wearing a pink shirt, a pink Mythic shirt. It changed colors. It was wet.
I'll stay in my very climate controlled 72 degree office.
I
with
do
a
love
vent
my job
right above me.
Nice.
So it's to the point where I get cold sometime and have to walk out into the warehouse to warm up. And what really sucks is one of the air conditioners is currently out and we're waiting for it to get repaired this week. And
what a week for it to go out.
And it's where all the sales guys are, and they're like, "Oh, it's so hot," and they have 5 fans running, and they see me out there. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so cold," and they're just ugh. They're just staring me down. I
don't want to hear it.
I'm like, I'm just gonna go back into my ice box.
See, we aren't the entire building is like that. There are the print shop floor. Is not climate controlled. We have 2 big roll-up doors and ginormous fans, and then other normal fans all over the place. But then the rest of the shop is air conditioned.
Oh, that's cool.
So literally, you just open a door and step into a room, and you're like, oh, okay.
Get some relief. Yeah, that's good.
The bathrooms are all fairly cool. There's one bathroom way back in the print shop. So you can wash up and all that stuff, right? It's kind of hot, but the other 2 are climate controlled. Everything else is air conditioned. So it is hot, and we don't really have time to take a break and run out somewhere. It gets really sweaty, but as soon as you do, it's air conditioned.
All right, so,
I love my job.
But yeah, Oklahoma, it's hot. It's
hot.
Tatooine.
It's hot and sticky, and it's gonna get worse.
Tatooine.
August is notoriously the hottest, worst month.
Although I don't think Tatooine gets humid like Oklahoma does.
It's just dry. It's the desert. It's what we came from.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier to handle triple-digit summer when the water in the state wasn't kept in the air. Oklahoma stores its extra water in the air.
It's so gross. It is so gross. Although I will say Florida's worse.
Ew.
Have you ever been to
I've
Florida?
never been to
Okay.
Florida. That makes sense though, because it's like swamps, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So in high school, I went to Florida a few times in the spring for like nationals for cheerleading, and you literally just as soon as we'd walk out of the hotel, it was just instant
you're
like
just wet.
it was so gross.
That's what it's like in New Orleans in the summertime.
It's so gross.
Ugh. It's icky and sweaty and wet and just wet.
Yeah.
Blech.
Different climate everywhere. It's so crazy. But after talking about all the weather,
What are you looking at?
oh, is that Padme? Yeah,
Yeah.
Padme. Yeah.
Mhm. Over there by the laser head.
Yeah.
I have a funny story to tell you before we like just speaking of work. So I bought myself like 2 years ago. I bought myself this little T-Rex Gigapet.
Gigapet, like little, like
yeah, I
kind of
will
like
show
a
you.
Tamagotchi
Yes.
type.
Yeah.
We're going retro, old school.
This guy.
I remember I used to have something like that. Oh lordy, what do you?
So I had 101 Dalmatians Gigapet when I was in 7th grade when I was 13 years old.
Oh yeah,
And
what
I
ones
loved
were
it.
there? I remember. Yeah.
So we were very broke. So like I got that for Christmas and I was so excited. But like we were broke. I couldn't just have a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
So eventually he broke and that was just well, now I have adult money and I'm grown up, so I can make little me happy. And they have come out with some really cool Gigapets. Like I have a T-Rex Gigapet in my hand right now. I named him Wash. For those of you who get it, I love you. So he's a T-Rex. He is adorable. I took him to work to show one of my bosses because I was sending him a video. No, isn't he so cute?
I had an actual Tamagotchi growing
Did
up.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. So
Yeah. I have the R2 one. It's
I have
still
the
in
R2 one,
It's
too.
still in the packaging. Like I can't bring myself. To
I
take
opened
it.
them.
Yeah,
I opened them
know.
immediately and turned them on.
I couldn't bring myself. Where is my R2?
I'm probably gonna order another one because they're cheaper now than they were. And one of mine, I played it till it broke. I played them a lot. So yeah, I took this guy to work, right? And because I wanted to show one of my bosses because we were talking about him, and I sent him a video last night when I turned it on, and I was like, look how cute this is. And he was like, I had a Gigapet when I was in like 1st grade, and I've never had one since. And I was like, oh my god! So I was thinking like, I gotta take this to work.
There's also the
show him.
Nanopet too, right?
Nanopets. Yep.
I had the Tamagotchi and a Nanopet.
I never had a Nanopet. I only had the Gigapet, just the one.
Yeah.
But so I took him to work, and like he's super cute, right? So I was showing him, kind of showed him how he worked and played whatever, and then I just went and set him on a bench. And so when everybody would come by, anybody would walk by and they'd look at him and be like, "Whose dinosaur is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's mine. You can play with him if you want." By the end of the day, it was a joint effort to keep our little T-Rex alive. He has become Wash the T-Rex is apparently the Mythic City Print Shop mascot.
That is
Or not mascot, but like office pet shop pet, because everybody like took a turn like feeding him, watching him, letting him take a nap. Like everybody was playing with him.
Gosh, that is hilarious.
I just thought it was so
That is
fun.
so
And it was so cute to
fantastic.
just see like adults, right? Grown-ups, adults walk by and just get this big smile on their face and they're playing with this little toy. I'm just like,
That's so great.
you're welcome.
That is like peak childhood right there.
I know.
Like,
I love it. So, yeah. He's got
they need
little.
to have one with like a Rancor or a Bantha.
Oh, we need a Bantha. Anybody out there have a connection?
Rancor. A Rancor.
Oh, I want to keep a Rancor alive. I would do such a good job.
How cool would that be?
It would be
Or
amazing.
A Porg.
Oh. See, in this
Oh,
Star Wars line, we need like Bantha, Rancor, Porg, maybe the other droids because we have R2, right? We could have little BB-8,
BB-8,
Chopper, Dio, and they could all have little characteristics to be different to keep them alive. What would you guys want to see in a Tamagotchi?
I'd want a Porg. I'd really want a Porg.
It'd be super cute, and it's already
A
like
Volplex.
that.
EOB. A
Yeah.
Wildcat.
Oh my god, a Tuca! Yes!
Tuca.
What about a Grogu? What about one with the baby?
We need. Oh, this needs to happen.
Or a Jawa, and you have to like send him off to scavenge and fix things.
No, they need that. The Jawa needs to be like, remember the games, the little games where you had it running through the sides?
Oh yeah.
You need to have the Jawa picking up stuff as he's running.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
like
you could have
scavenge.
also the Yopi like picking up like because they were used for transports, picking up
and carrying. Yes. So the Jawa, maybe when he gets full, he has to empty it onto the Yopi, but they're both running.
Yeah, and you could also do that with the.
I like it. This is a good idea. Somebody hire us to make these. Listen to our ideas. Somebody just hire us to have good ideas.
Great ideas.
We have amazing ideas.
And we're just stuck here in Oklahoma.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have one more thing to tell you. Okay. So the owner of Mythic today went to the Tulsa flea market, like on his lunch break, whatever. And he came back with 2 baskets full of peaches. And he was like, hey guys, sticking these over here on the counter. Help yourself. Right. They were some of the best peaches I have ever had in my life. I mean, like, they were picked at the perfect time. I mean, we used to grow peaches. We used to have like 7 peach trees in our backyard. So like, I know what a good peach tastes like and what it looks like and what it feels like. And like, this was one of the best peaches I've ever had in my life. Like, oh my God. Like, it was, this is funny, but I was off in the corner. I was like eating this peach in the corner of the kitchen, right? And somebody walked by and I made a joke about how, like, I was like, this peach is almost not safe for work. Like, I'm just over here making out in the corner with my peach. I had like peach juices running down my arm. I was like trying to catch it off my face. Like, however, now, guess what we're actually going to talk about this time?
So,
finally,
we are a Star Wars podcast. We can talk a little bit about Star Wars. We are here to talk about finally Bonnie's bookshelf. Heir to the Empire.
Yay!
We do have a very old copy of Heir to the Empire, which was from Papa Phil. Thank you. This is on my bookshelf with the other ones.
Yeah.
This was
floating around somewhere.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know where.
So this was a fun book. I know,
I loved it.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe instead of just talking about this, because I read this like 2 weeks ago, so I don't really remember everything that's happened because I've also read another couple books since then. But I do have key like takeaways from this book that I want to talk about. So maybe let's talk about some of the like main takeaways from this, because I'm sure you have some feelings on some things. I know I do, especially how things are handled between the legends and canon.
Yeah, I think this is going to become
very
huge differences. Like,
yes,
a couple of times in the book, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the Legends book."
Yes,
I had to keep reminding myself, like,
yes,
this doesn't make any sense. Oh,
yeah,
because I'm a canon girly. I'm a girly.
You're a girly. All right. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I could see why this is a very beloved series.
Yeah.
And I can see why. So, like, I threw up a post on social media on our Facebook page or Instagram asking people if they read it. If so, did they like it? Why did they like it?
Mm-hmm.
And probably 95% of it was, that is my favorite series.
Wow. Okay.
This is what the sequel should have been. However, I don't think it should have been this.
Okay. So I'm interested to hear that. I have to admit that I was a bad bad co-host for a while. And, like, I saw the post, I didn't read it.
No,
a single comment.
It was. They didn't really go into it. Most of it was just, we loved it. It's my favorite story.
Okay.
This is what the
I ignored that.
I
saw it and went by.
No, and it was everybody's like, this is what the sequel should have been.
Okay.
I wish this is what Disney would have taken from the Legends and
Okay.
made this the sequels. This is what should have happened with Han and Leia. This should have happened with Luke. This should happen with Mara Jade. This should that was
like, this is what people wanted.
Especially those who read the books, the original trilogy.
Have been here for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
these are the people that experienced that drought between the original trilogies and the prequels, and all they had were books to read.
Yeah.
Like,
and this really bridged that gap, and people were dying with Star Wars, like anything Star Wars.
So they had all of these books to read, and that was their canon. That was their lore.
Okay, because it was at that point, like it wasn't changed until Disney took over, right?
Well, yeah, but at that point, it was one of those. Lucas always said it's not like it was like, yeah, stories, but it was never his like story. He just let people create the story.
Yeah,
like it was his movies was the canon, and then people write stories.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
People who wrote the stories did a pretty decent job of keeping a continuity of everything. There are some inconsistencies throughout all the books, but for the most part,
so many different authors, and like
for the most part, everything is pretty consistent.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody was like, "This is what they should have done," and Disney screwed it. So I get.
But we already know that people are mad at Disney for Star Wars stuff.
Well, people are mad at Disney for buying Lucasfilm, but I don't blame Lucas. Like, people crapped on Lucas with the prequels, with the story, and they're like, "Oh, he ruined it," and so then Disney buys it. Like,
they ruined it. Yeah.
Same story, different era,
different group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy wow, you guys! I am so glad that I found out there was a different copy of this book. I hate it. You guys remember? Like, I hated that first read through. Or listen through, I should say. I love this book. This is such a good book. Like,
it's really good.
The original one just doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it service at all.
So the copy that you listen to, it's not just Wedge's point of view. They just cut a lot of the parts.
No, Wedge is the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator.
Not his point of view.
Yeah,
he's literally reading the story to you.
And so they just
He's a bad narrator.
Yeah, they just cut out so many parts.
Yeah, it was just like, this doesn't make... What's happening? Yeah. When I started listening to... I mean... Mark. Totally different perspective. Like, entirely different listening experience. Like, it just... From the beginning, it was like, okay, I can tell I'm gonna love this. I love how he's, I love how this is going. I think I'm gonna be into it. Plus, like, I love Thrawn as a character. I'm very, very excited to, like, learn more about him. Because I know, I think Rebels, was it Rebels that made him canon?
Yeah.
Was it Clone Wars?
No, he wasn't in Clone Wars. He was in Rebels. But I think, Zahn, actually, there's 2 Thrawn trilogies in canon. Also,
okay.
They brought him in the books, and then they brought him into Rebels.
Okay.
And then they did another trilogy.
Okay.
So there's there's 2 trilogies, and they're also.
We're gonna have to read the other trilogy.
There's also both written by Zahn.
Oh, rad. Yeah. Okay, so he was just like, all right, we'll do canon 1 too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I loved this story. It was, like I was saying earlier, I did have to keep reminding myself that it was a Legends book and not canon, because I get tripped up, and like they're talking about like Han and Leia like being pregnant, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Okay. This happened instead. That happened instead. Okay, this happened because it's Legends.
Well, yeah, and like especially with the whole how involved Han was with the building of the Galactic Empire, or not the Galactic Empire, the New Republic.
Yeah, the New Republic.
And then, like, especially with Lando also, and Leia, she's still out there not fighting the good fight, but she's doing a lot of diplomatic missions, and same with Luke Skywalker's out there doing all this stuff, and they were
talking about like Leia like training as a Jedi, and I'm like, oh, how come we never got that? Like, that would have been cool. I would have liked to see that, because like I think it just would have added a little bit extra layer, and also like, okay, I know Luke was trained in this and she wasn't. However, people who have that Force ability, it accidentally comes out. So we've seen that happen a lot. We never saw it with her.
The hard part, like, I know in canon she did train for like a year, and it was mentioned off screen, because we also know that she trained Rey for like 2 years.
Right.
that was also mentioned off screen. But like,
and we got to see her Superman, back to us. We know that,
but she dabbled in Force. But like, my whole thing was in the Legends, like, she had no issues with Vader being like her father, and I really liked in the canon was she really had that internal struggle with coming to terms that Vader, Anakin, was her father, and having to overcome that hurdle, especially in the political world, and being such a high profile leader, and being one of the top people to rebuild the new like republic, and people finding out, like,
I do agree with that. Like I didn't like the like lack of contempt for Vader on her behalf. I didn't love that. But again, it's a Legends, and I knew that. But I feel like she was kind of done a disservice by us not getting to see her being even more of a badass.
But we also don't see that much here, but I think we're going to see it more in the next 2 books, because at this point, this is the first of the 3, and she is pregnant in this book. So I do think the next 2, we are going to see more of that training and dabbling in it, because they did focus a lot on talking about we need to get her training.
Han was pushing for that hardcore.
Because I feel like he wants her to be safe, and he wants her to be able to have that protection for herself and not always rely on everybody.
Because they're about to have
the twins.
And he has always been so incredibly supportive of Leia. Doesn't matter if it's canons or Legends. Like, he is so supportive. He wants her to be the best version of herself that she can be, and he will do whatever it takes to help her get there. Like, even one line that I did love in this book, he was talking about, a lot of men wouldn't want a woman who can think faster than them. And he was like, after being married to Leia, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, he's such a grumpy, like, he's Ash. If Ash was a Star Wars character.
So,
love you, Ash, but you're kind of Han-ish.
So,
but just adores Leia and would do anything for her.
Here is where I think Legends, I feel like if you love Legends, I'm going to kind of crap on Legends right now. Well, I'm also going to kind of crap on Disney right now, too. I feel like...
Let's go!
So this is one of the talking points I wanted to talk about. It's just kind of takeaways that I took from this. I feel like, and I talked about this on my TikTok, that Disney and Legends both handled the relationship between Han and Leia very different. And how they went about it.
A lot more Legends than I have, so I'm interested to see
how they went about it and what came from it. So Han and Leia are both very strong, independent people.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you have 2 very strong, independent people, how they react to each other and how they grow with each other, you don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes you can get 2 people that when they come together, they're going to grow together and they're going to foster and support each other, which is what we see in Essential Legends. Because the 2 of them, they complement each other really well. And we see that in the Legends, but I also feel because the Legends, these people love the main trio so much, they did not want to do anything wrong by these 3. But then we have Disney, where we have Han and Leia, where they're so strong, they didn't know how to...
They clashed instead of meshed.
Yeah, they didn't know how to
become that amazing, wonderful team that we hear.
They didn't know. I don't want to say
this a lot.
How to not cave, but how to bend to work with each other. Compromise. Yeah, which led to them breaking apart. So it was very interesting to see how the Essential Legends and the canon showed the complete opposite of that, which is very interesting to see. And I feel like sometimes that it's a little bit more real world with the Han and Leia and canon.
Yeah.
Because not everything is fairy tales, and I feel like...
But sometimes you do get that. I mean,
and I'm not saying you do, but
But it's rare.
It's rare, but...
People are people. I mean, and people are messy.
But in Star Wars Legends, you got Han and Leia, you got Luke gets his fairy tale with Mara Jade.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
While I was listening to that, I kept remembering, like,
we
they're
all
gonna end
everybody
up
knows-
together.
yeah. And like
She's gonna murder him. Like, what's
But, like,
happening?
But we know
Yeah.
in Essential Legends, like, everybody's like, oh, Han and Leia, they're already together, so we got to make this perfect life. And yes, I do know, spoiler alert, one of their kids does consist. So yeah, they do throw some stuff at them.
I think I knew that already.
Yeah,
That
one of the
wasn't-
twins does turn bad. So they do throw stuff later down at them. But like, we already know they overcome stuff with the courtship of like
Right.
Leia. Like, so it was just very interesting to see that.
And you kind of like it both and you dislike both of it, right? Because the fairy tale is nice. The happy endings feel good, especially because like so much of Star Wars it's stressful. It's war. I mean, it's political. It's heavy. It's
but
hard.
I also like that in the Disney, like Leia, she was her own person and she did what she needed to do and not waver to build the new republic and get things done. And then once she saw that it was going wrong, she started the resistance to fight back again. Like,
so that also has its pros. Like,
so it's just,
the cons is that sacrifice of hers and Han's relationship for this, but knowing Leia as a character as we do, we know in a heartbeat she would have sacrificed anything for her people, for the Republic, for the Resistance. And that we do know, even though they did break apart, they did split up, they still had the most intense care and love for each other. They would have done
anything for each other.
Yeah, they would have died for each other. Like, even though they couldn't be together, they still would have done literally anything for the other person.
It's almost like one of those things where they have that love, but they just know they weren't good for each other.
Right.
Like, I've
just doesn't
had roommates where we're great friends, but then we realized we just didn't work well living together.
Right.
And then we moved out and then we were like best friends. Like, it just...
I've dated people like that. I've had partners who were like...
You thought you were great together and then you're like, no,
like,
actually,
we are a terrible couple, but we're great friends.
Like,
yeah.
And I think that's kind of how it was, because I think when they did get together in the canons, it was just all these overwhelming emotions. They just won this war. Everything was going on. And then as things got real and settled, they were just like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Like, maybe this isn't what we thought.
And so it was very interesting, like I said, to see the different handling between the legends and... Yeah,
I definitely see what you mean with that.
So that was a very interesting take on that part. But Mara Jade, I like Mara Jade.
She's gonna murder Luke. I don't understand how they're gonna end up together. She's going to kill him.
I want to say, you want to know what my favorite thing about her is? That she automatically did not like Luke.
Yep.
And
she thought he was a whiny little brat too.
I
see how I censored myself?
Loved it because it brought me so much joy. And it wasn't because like he was a Jedi. It was just it was because he literally shattered her entire world. And he
destroyed her entire life.
Yeah, like,
he didn't know he did. He didn't mean to like hurt her directly, but he ruined her life.
And he was just like, no,
hate you.
I don't like you. I'm gonna kill you.
She had no problem telling him that to his face. Like,
that's what made it even better. Like,
I know. Like, just like, I'm gonna kill you. I don't like you.
Nope.
And Luke was just like, okay. Being Luke, I mean, it is Luke Skywalker.
He was like, oh yeah, that's great. We're gonna be BFFs. And I'm like,
how do the two of you do this instead of this? Like, I don't get it. But she is a fun character.
She is.
I'm
really
excited to learn more.
I really enjoyed her, and just the fact that she went from being the right hand of Palpatine, and the fact that nobody knew who she was because she was always working in the shadows, so she couldn't.
Because if he's right hand, people can't know her face. Like,
because everybody thought it was Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was literally working in the shadow, because at one point she tried to use her name. She was like, I was a right hand, and they're like, who?
Yeah. That means nothing to us.
And your point?
And that, I mean, in a different way, but it very much reminds me of the relationship that Luthen and Clea had with the Rebellion, the Resistance. Rebellion or Resistance? What are we at that point? rebellion. Because like nobody knew who Clea was. Luthen was the face. Vader was the face. Clea was the cog in the wheel that was keeping everything moving. Actually, Mara was
Palpatine, or the Emperor was more the face. And Vader.
Than Vader? Really?
Yeah, Vader wasn't really shown more. Like he would go in and do a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah.
Because they would show Palpatine. Palpatine was the face.
That does make sense because he's like in charge.
Yeah, because he was. Remember, he was disfigured by the Jedi.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
And nobody knew of Vader.
Not the fact that he used the dark side power so much; it shriveled him to bits.
It was and then Vader would go and do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it was Palpy.
It was the people heard the rumors of Vader,
but they saw Palpy.
They
interacted with Palpy.
Yeah, so they knew of him.
You're right.
Yeah.
So like Luthen, Palpy, Clea, Mara Jade. Like it reminds me a lot of.
Yeah, it just. Yeah. But Mara Jade, she's smart. She's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Did reading the one character who's like the pirate smuggler guy. No, I might be confusing it.
Talon Card.
Yeah,
the one who saved him and like didn't turn them in. He like kidnapped Luke, but then he saved him.
He almost reminded me of Hondo, the voice.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just kept thinking of Hondo.
The accent and inflections.
Just how he
I'm gonna pull this back a little because the sun is.
No, that's fine. Just the voice inflections of it made me think of Hondo.
I get it. I hear it.
So yeah, it was very interesting. And okay, Lando Calrissian. And
Lando shows up.
He has a new business venture. Of course, Lando has a new business
because it's Lando.
Like, not surprising whatsoever. Like, this is like what 5 years after Return of the Jedi. I think.
I'm so bad with
I believe it's 5 years after because they got married. They waited a couple years to have a kid. It was
okay.
Yeah, it was a few years later.
That was interesting how, like, in this one, like, Han still won the Falcon from Lando in a card game. Lando was still, kind of pretend salty about it. But in this book, they tell you that what you didn't know, or if you knew, I didn't ever catch it. Lando had been, like, quietly upgrading the Falcon since he wanted to keep it for himself. So when he told Han, you win this, like, you're the pick of any of my ships, and Han picked the Falcon, Lando was like, are you kidding me? I have been putting in so many upgrades.
Oh, really? Oh, so they told you how Han gets the ship in Solo.
Yeah, but I don't remember hearing Lando talking about, like, doing all these fancy upgrades.
Oh,
and
yeah.
putting all these mods.
That was his personal ship that he won in the game. And when
I never caught that. Okay.
Yeah, so when they were playing this game of Sabat, like when they were walking through, like Han knew it was a Corellian ship. He was from Corellia, so he knew it and he knew what it was capable of. And
Lando, if he's familiar, he's going to be able to play it
and Lando had been making upgrades to like that was his personal ship. He upgrade, he'd always interface with it with L3.
Yeah. I didn't know that until this book. This book is when I found out, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. So that's why Lando was.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. Between there and now, I read the most boring, awful Star Wars book.
Oh no! What'd you read?
Vegas.
Which is bad? I thought it was supposed to be good.
Everybody told me like it was great. I personally did not like it.
Okay.
But most people do enjoy it. I think my problem was I went in with too high of expectations.
And then you got let down.
It was so sciencey, so like a lot of science and a lot of talking and a lot of
just slow and kind of dull.
A lot of information. Yeah.
Not a lot of action going on. Just super info
it's not,
heavy.
Especially being all about Sith.
That's wild.
Plagueis.
I'm still gonna read it. Sidious. I'm a little disappointed to hear that.
It has Plagueis. it has Palpatine, it has Dooku, it has Maul, it has
Tyrannus, right?
Yeah, Tyrannus, it has Maul. Like, it goes all the way through, like,
And it's
Qui-Gon.
boring? This is wild.
Yeah.
Hey, let's redo this. Let's make it better, guys.
Yeah. So I got so distracted with that book that took me like over a week to listen to.
Dang, that's a boring book. I can't remember. I just know he was doing something with like the smugglers and pirates.
It made sense though.
You know what? If somebody out there knows, if you could tell us, or when we find out, we'll just drop it in the comments.
You know who we haven't really talked about?
We have not.
Dude, Thrawn, he's
Considering
so smart.
he's the reason we have the book.
That dude's so smart.
My God, dude.
You know, if he would have been the one that like captained the Death Star, the rebels would have never won.
No, we'd have been in so much trouble. They even talk about that, I think, somewhere in there.
He personally says that. Like,
oh, is it
Thrawn,
him? Okay, I thought I remembered that.
If I would have been leading this, we would have never lost.
Right, and
he's not
right.
wrong. Like,
he's incredibly smart. He's an incredible tactician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, I also found out that his species is called a chiss.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
CHISS.
It's a neat word to say. Chiss.
You didn't know that?
If I did, I forgot.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, then I relearned it, if I did. But
he's also the first alien species to be, and like the only one to be a Grand Admiral in the Empire.
Yep.
In both canon and legends. The only
one.
Oh
wow, that's rad. Okay. He's very blue.
Yeah.
Very red eyes.
This also like
very
if
scary.
You think about it, because the Empire they don't like aliens. It's very human based, much like I don't know, like Nazis.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Were they? Is there a reason people might call them space Nazis?
Yeah. But Palpatine. This is from one of the books that I read in the canon. Like, had a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
Thrawn, and
that makes sense though. Like, his mind is brilliant.
But you know what I also picked up on with this book? The fact that Thrawn knew Vader was Anakin. Did you pick up on that?
No.
Yeah, because he was it?
Totally missed that part.
Again, am I confusing books?
Okay, might be in one that I didn't read.
Hold on. No. Okay. No. So I also read another book right before this. You would also really like. Okay. Side tangent. Tarkin is such a good book.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I really like Tarkin, and it like goes in. Tarkin is also really smart, and the planet that he comes from, like, he was brought up to be very like tactical, very smart, like ruthless, and like the training he had to go through, like his family lineage is like he was brought up to do this type of thing. But he was very smart, and that's where I got this from. He was the one that because he was part of the Republic before the Empire. He was part of the Republic. He fought with them. So he fought with like Anakin and the Jedi and all that. And so when the Galactic Empire took over, he went with them over to the Galactic Empire and became eventually the Grand Admiral. He picked up that he knew that Vader was Anakin because he picked up on some of his like tactics.
Because if he had fought with him,
he knew him. He guessed it and he knew it, but he never said anything to respect it. And so he always had this really good like respect bond with Vader while working on the Death Star and in the Imperial Navy. And
well, they were both like good guys who went to the dark side.
Yeah, and like
I didn't even know Tarkin was ever a good guy.
Yeah, so Tarkin also yeah, like way, and then he also believed in he believed in the Galactic Empire and what they were doing. So as soon as Palpatine took over,
he was like, let's go.
He was like, this is what it's about. Like, he also helped change like the hierarchy of the Imperial Navy in the outer space, and had outposts and had people like the Grand Moffs managed different sectors. Like, yeah, changed it all. Like, he oversaw the
That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna read this.
It's really good.
I'm gonna read this. Does
really
Mark narrate it? No, that's always a good plug.
I can't remember.
All right.
But it was really, that's where I got the thing. And that's where I don't know why I thought about Thrawn. Because in another book, Thrawn and Anakin actually do a mission together at one point in another book. I've read so many books.
Know.
They're all starting to mesh together.
That's what it's like for me with all the shows and the movies, because I've seen them all so many times. And I'm like, I know this happened, but like when and where and like what piece of media was this in?
Yeah, it's all starting to mesh together. So I really need to
it's a happy little mesh.
Not read so many close to the same time era. And so that's what was really nice when the High Republic was out. Just a little bit, because I can do High Republic and then these, and now we don't have the High Republic.
I have one book left because I read the kids book in the middle, so I haven't read Trials yet. Trials of the Jedi. Yeah. I'm also nervous, so I don't want to listen to it at work, so I don't want to be crying at my desk. Or like catching shirts coming out of the dryer, just like crying on all of them. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna listen at home.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, also real quick, I thought it was really cool that Leia got to go to Kashyyyk.
Oh my gosh.
She was one of the few humans who have ever been to Kashyyyk.
That was awesome.
And the Wookiee had a speech impediment that could speak basic.
That was awesome. I really loved that. That was cool.
What?
We've never gotten to have a Wookiee that was speak basic before, and that was rad.
That one really threw me off. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just not possible with
I know the voice. It doesn't work. But he could, and it was kind of cool.
It definitely did make it easier for us to kind of know what's going on.
Because you didn't constantly have to have somebody basically translating or.
But that was really.
It was funny though.
But it was cool that she got to go and her bonding with Chewbacca, because we never really got to see in canon Leia and Chewie.
We know that they are very close. We know that, but we don't know why. Yeah, they just are.
So that was nice. It was fun. The speech impediment.
I'm just really getting to learn how respected. I mean, for them to let any outsiders into their their domain, their secret place, because those trees, we find out in other books, but those trees are not just trees. They're sentient. Yeah. They are alive, and they are very intertwined, their energies with the trees and the Wookiees. So for her to have been allowed in and access, that really, really shows how much they respect her and trust her.
Yeah, and so that was.
Yeah,
but I can't wait.
Anytime we get to go to Kashyyyk, I'm excited.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
So actually, yeah. So for those of you who maybe haven't seen the post or weren't in the Discord, we are reading the second book in the Thrawn trilogy for July. So July's Bonnie's Bookshelf book is whatever the second.
I'll find out.
Okay. I thought that I knew it when I started talking, and then I realized as the words were leaving my mouth, I had no idea what I was talking about.
I don't know either. Yeah. We'll post it.
Into the Shadows? Into the Shadows?
Nothing's loading for me, so it's
what the heck is it?
Nothing's loading. Here, hold on. There we go.
Oh, did it work?
Pop-ups. Force Rising.
Dark Force Rising. Okay. So for July, if you guys want to read it with us and then be able to discuss, Dark Force Rising.
Yeah, and between then, look out for a fun, short little mini-series we're doing on some of the Jedi Force powers.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. This was
working on that.
a Denise idea after we got done watching the shows that released, and we got to see so many different powers, and then reading the books and getting to learn about different powers that way. She was like, I really want to know more. And I was like, teach me. Like, let's go. I love it when Denise goes on deep dives because they're always packed full of information.
So that will be fun. Yeah. So fun and fun from our galaxy yours. Always. Pew, 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 pew.
I don't know why I'm like pew-pewing at the end of every episode now, but I am.
I don't know, but I want to do a quick little Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo designed by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travel and Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peake. From our galaxy to yours,
may the Force be with you.
Always.